Hey everyone, welcome to this section of the course. In this section of the course, let's talk about so far what we've done. We've written a script, then we wrote, we made this, we refactored the script so that it's, easy and simple to read. So now what we want to do is basically make it reusable so that we can use that code all throughout like different processes, different people can use it and what have you. So how do you go about doing that? That's what we will cover in this section. So I'm going to go ahead and open Jupyter Notebooks. So I'm going to go to my command prompt and I'm going to go to Jupyter Notebook. And so the code that I've talked about that we've written looks something like this. So if you go into our the content for this course, if you go into Amazon bot folder, you'll see that hey, in here I have this Amazon.py, which py stands for Python file. And so I'm going to open this up, and this is going to open Visual Studio, but this is essentially the code that that I wrote. And so we have, this is the refactored code, right? So we have the class, we have, all the different ones, all the different functions that we added. We have auto order. We have this commented out as well, and then the other thing that we have in this, it's the initialization.python, which you can make it a lot better, but it basically says that from that, Amazon.py Python script, just get the Amazon purchase bot script, right? So what we're going to do is we're basically going to take this, right? And we're going to put this into our Python repository. So let's open up. Give me 1 second. So I'm going to open up another one, and I'm going to go to my Python repository, which is right here, right? And yours might be different, but it should look like something along these lines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to lib, and I'm basically going to take this. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to go ahead and paste it in my Python libraries. And paste. So what this allows me to do, now that this is in my Python libraries, I can go ahead and close this. I can go ahead and in Jupyter Notebooks, I can go ahead and create the contents for this class. And you'll see there's a package for purchase spot Jupyter Notebooks file. I'm going to go ahead and open this. So what this is now allowing me to do is essentially I have, I can basically call that Amazon.bot package that I wrote, that I saved in my Python repository, and I can go ahead and run this piece of code. So it's essentially the same code, right? But what this allows you to do is basically use that package throughout different scripts you might write, throughout different processes you might write, and it allows you to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. And what that's going to do is it's going to open this up, and it's going to basically go through the whole process. And again, it's going to fail at the, at the point where you add your credit card information. But I just want you guys to see that, hey, I don't have to this is one way to make that code reusable. So I'm going to go ahead and let this finish. And again, you see that, hey, it typed in the wrong card number. You can change it, and it should go on to the point where it goes right before submitting the order. But we can go ahead and close this. So now what we see is that, hey, we can basically use that code in any script we write, right? And what you can also do is you can upload that code to GitHub or something. So like somewhere across the world can just get that code from GitHub, which is like a code repository, and get that code from GitHub and basically have it in their Python directory. And similar to like how someone has written Selenium for us to use, right? It's out there, and you can just download it and you have it in your Python repository. Similarly, you can the code you have now written, you can make that available to other people as well. Whether that's other people in your organizations, your friends, or whatever have you. It's like a systematic way to get that code. So essentially now we've come in full circle, right? And this marks the end of the course. And so just a few summary of what we did so far. We went over, we downloaded Python, we got the packages that we needed, we set up our Jupyter environment, we set up Selenium, we set up the Google profile that has the Amazon, and that has our Amazon credentials stored. And then we basically wrote a script. We refactored that script to make it more readable, and then we packaged that script up, added that package to our Python repository so that we can just simply call that code by simply doing an import statement, so that everything else, these are all just variables, right? And basically with 2 lines of code, you can order something from Amazon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys found it valuable. I'll see you guys around. Thank you.